Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. Today, December 13, 2016, 12:52 a.m. Birmingham, and the topic is hopeful. That's a big word and covers a lot of letters, but big hopeful about the Iraqi dinar. Let me tell you some of the current talk about it right now. One guy says, here's the deal. It appears as if everyone thinks that someone is trying to push this through against some form or resistance. And that is not the case. They do have a plan. It is all worked out, and they are coming toward the end game. And then I read, did we think we would still be here today? And the answer, yes, there was a possibility, but we might not in a few more days. At least this is the thought. Iraqi television is still saying the same words, worded a bit differently, to their citizens in Iraq. When we get to the bottom line, where are we? Most are saying the 15th. That's 2 days away, and I'm not, I just don't believe the 15th personally, but there's a lot of things I don't believe. Everyone is definitely saying that before the first of the year, it's a wait and see ride before the last stretch. We are at the end, and the roller coaster is coming to a stop. And another one says, remember, it may not start at the value that we all want, a 1-to-1. A significant increase means many things to many different people. But think of this, when the CBI does make a move, shortly it will finally be a move in the direction that we want, no matter what the rate is. And when I read the rest of it, it will explain that. So yes, finally, we know that the CBI governor has said the Iraqi dinar will rise to its previous glory days. So during these next couple of weeks, I fully expect yet more of the re-education campaign by the CBI to teach the citizens what is about to happen. They still have not gone through all the details with the public yet. This will be our cue that we are not, or yet we are yet closer, even closer than we had thought. So let's all watch for these signs. And after that, it's pretty much repeating what I just said. But let me say this. I have been saying a long time that as soon as Iraq gets ISIS out of Aleppo, then we're okay. And I've been telling you Aleppo, that's Syria. Mosul is Iraq. Mosul is the one that they've been hammering on with ISIS. And the good news there is they're out. There are a few ISIS members, and they're still hanging in there, but yet they're in hiding. They're hanging in there, hidden away. And this is because if they are recognized by anyone as an ISIS member, they'll be shot on the spot. So this is what they do. They will hide and blend in, and they seem to do that really well. And it's crazy that Muslim terrorist will sit down with another Muslim family and have a feast on a particular holiday. And then when he leaves, he'll go out and bomb a place and kill a lot of people. Come back the next day, the second part of the next meal, as if nothing's ever happened. Same person, sitting at the table and eating, enjoying, laugh and cut up, whatever they do. They don't care. It's not in their mind to care. It's in their mind for two things: to kill the big Satan which is America, and the little Satan, which is Israel. And if that's the case, why in the hell are they killing each other? Why are they killing each other if their agenda is simply focused at two places, Israel and the United States? But they still kill each other. I mean, that's crazy. The fools they are. Anyway, it takes a lot of people to come into Iraq and bring money in order for them to get paid by Iraqi dollars. The American dollar cannot be dependent upon the country of Iraq. They have to depend on their own currency. It was said 3 days ago, I remember reading, somebody went by all the figures, all the money that was still out. And another little bit of a surprise, I'll tell you in a moment, that it would currently take $3 trillion to buy out the dinar that's out there if they went to 86 cents, deleting the 3 zeros, bring us to 86 cents. If they did that, it would take $3 trillion. But let me say this. If they upped their dinar value, then immediately people would come in. And I don't mean a $1 or $2 million company. I mean a $1 or $2 billion company. And they would come in by the droves. Apple already said they'll go. Xerox already said they'll go. Anyway, major companies already said they will go. And they're bringing billions. And when you count up the amount of money that they're bringing in, that they're talking about right now, I mean, just what's on the table, what's known, is over $500 billion. That's sitting there waiting to go to Iraq, just as the Japanese businessman is waiting to come right here and invest $50 billion in America. Well, there are over 1,000 companies. Keep in mind, 1,000 companies. Take an automaker. They'll have to have support companies. So if they bring in $2 billion project, and over the next 3 years, they'll have to have another $6 billion, two and two, support companies to build the parts for that, the manufacturers that's putting the cars together. And when you see all these companies come in, the 1,000 companies that's bringing in $500 billion, well, now in the next 2 years, you're talking about $1.5 trillion. And that hadn't even mentioned the surface gold that's there, that they said the surface gold alone could probably hit way over 500 billion, probably as much as $1.5 trillion, even more than that. It's just the gold. And gold prices, since it's gone so high, makes that even more harder looked at for them. Look, there's 18 companies today trying to get into Iraq to start digging out that gold for them right now today. There are 25 oil companies, including Zan, Israeli-owned firm, trying to get into Iraq to drill oil. All these want to get to oil. Iraq can have, coming out of the ground, oil, and then coming out of the ground over here, gold. They can have coming out of the ground each year over $1 trillion. Over $1 trillion. That's out of the ground. That's not counting the traffic that's come in that's building large companies. So Iraq could easily recover that $3 billion fully in probably the next, I don't know, it may take them 10 years to get there. But if they go in at 86 cents, then wow, we will know what the man said. Our goal is to have our former currency, which is at $3 at that time. It was like $3.30 or $3.33. And today it would go in at least 5 to 7 cents above Kuwait. They would be the most expensive, the highest currency in all of that part of the world over the dollar. If they go in at $3.50 1 year after dropping the zeros and bringing out the 86 cents, you may see a year later that it's at $3.50. Think about that. It's going to happen one day, but no one knows which day. May happen this year, may not. I keep seeing this year after year, but it's going to happen. And I believe, truly believe, that with this package deal with Donald Trump, that just might be part of the package. Because God said, I will sevenfold return to America what America has lost. When he says lost, he's talking about spending to help people that in turn turned on people. That could be easily part of that package when God says sevenfold. Wow, wouldn't that be great? And the final thing I was going to tell you, there's fewer than 3 million people in this country that has Iraqi dinar. There are fewer than 2 million. There's barely over 1 million. And that makes the dinar owners a very elite class if it hits, when it hits. Jody Wolf Expoz.